Alright, well, here I have a Torqueflite 727 out of a Dodge Charger. I think it's like a 69 or 68 Charger. We're gonna do a rebuild video on this thing, and I mean, you can see how dirty this thing is. It has a mud stuck all out on the outside. I'm gonna have to, you know, scrape the thing off and kind of look for the bolts. You can see the linkage here. I mean, it's functional underneath all this mud, and we have the kick down linkage over here. It's still functional, and then we have the neutral safety switch buried here. They're restoring this vehicle. They painted it, you know, that nice green with the black stripes. It's a muscle car, so we're gonna do an overhaul on this thing, and we're gonna actually rebuild it and put a new valve body on it. I believe the valve body is from TCI and the whole overhaul kit. Let me just put this out of the way right quick, and let me bring the box over here. Alright, so this is what we're going to put in it. Here's the valve body, brand new valve body. We have the overhaul kit, the paper rubber rings and seals. That's the TCI part number, the 727, 36RH or 37RH. R is rear wheel drive, H is hydraulic. There's a couple of items in here. Here's our pan gasket, our screen type filter, instructions, a pin. Got some valve body parts, and we have some servo return springs, the filter gasket, and some other gadgets in here. Complete bushing kit, and the sealing rings are in here. A new drain pan, drain plug for the drain pan. More pan gaskets, and of course the friction module. Comes with the steels and the clutches and the band from TCI Automotive. So the good thing about it is that they're restoring the vehicle. There's no engine in there. There's no interior at this point. It's a rolling chassis for now. The engine, he already has the engine. We're going to work on the transmission, and so they're still doing the body work. So we have time to mess with this. So first thing is going to be the teardown. That's what's going to be next right now. Then I'm going to clean the unit, and we're going to do the rebuild. It's a very simple unit, Torqueflite-8, 727. It's a 3-speed rear wheel drive. So this is what we're going to put on there. We're going to tear it down, and whatever hard parts we need, I'm going to let them know, and we go from there. All right, well, let me just take some mud off of that thing and look for the bolts, and we'll start a tear down here in a minute. All right, guys, well, took me a while struggling to get that filler tube out of there. I guess I tried scraping off a little bit to find the bolts. I guess I'm just gonna film the whole thing. I mean, it doesn't matter how long is it gonna take. It takes a while, and let's get to it. Go ahead and take out this bracket here. All right, let's take the speedometer. Remove the speedometer out. Let me get some pliers here right quick. Okay. Oh, it came right out. This one here you got to pay attention to. Man, he's got a lot of gum in there. Look at that. Lots of gum. He has some numbers here, and actually has the numbers on the body as well. And you have to match those numbers with the little dot that it has right here at the bottom. And that's how you adjust your speedometer. All right. I see some bolts already there. Let's take our extension housing off. And this one, I gotta look for the little snap ring. It's in there somewhere. All right, well let's take our linkage off. See if we can find this thing in here somewhere. And then we're gonna have the band adjuster as well. It's got like 40 or 30 or 40 years of mud and dirt stuck on this thing. I mean, if it was a 4x4 truck, I mean, you would see something like this when you go off-roading, but this thing, it's a car. Unless it belonged to the Dukes of Hazzards, you know how they were running on the ground and around the swamps and stuff like that. If you guys remember the Dukes of Hazzards, I guess their transmission looked like this as well. Let's find this bolt. All right, 7/16s. Pop it loose. There we go. Go ahead and take this off right quick. It's kind of scary trying to remove parts that are partially rusted. You know some's going to give at some point. Get the washer out. There's a lot of mud in this thing. Here he comes. There we go. Kick down rod. And look at how loose this thing is on the valve body. All right, we managed to get that out. Let's get the band adjuster. I can see it now. Let's get a 3/4 inch socket or a 19. Get that thing off. Just like the 5/18s or the 46 REs, 47s, 48s, 42s. All right. Pump bolts. Get our 1/2 inch. Here's our breather. If you overfill this transmission, it's going to come out of the breather, and you may think that it's coming out of the front seal, but it would be from the breather. Old models, they take this little cover, so none of all this dirt will get in there. All right. Now the fun parts begin. Check this thing out. Probably gonna take longer than a regular teardown because of all this mud. We're probably going to use some wrenches for the bottom bolts. Let's go ahead and flip this thing over. They're here somewhere. Well, you can see it's going to need a new mount. All right. All right. Just bear with me, guys. I don't know if you're enjoying this as much as I am, but I'm not sure if I want to put you on pause and or keep on struggling with this thing. Let's see here. I want to put you on pause right quick. Okay, here we go. Get in there. There it is. This is where my snap ring is going to be at. I mean, usually it's not going to come out. Oh yeah. Well, it's not as tight as I thought it would be. Phillips screwdriver. Takes a gasket, just like your 46s, 47s, and 48s. There's a gasket in there. Now, I think I'm going to put the bell housing down. No, well, let's see if we can get this thing pried out. Extremely, a lot of amounts of mud in this thing. Jesus. Let's get this. Attaboy. Attaboy. Come here, Pilgrim. There we go. Look at this. Look at all that varnish. All varnished up. Well, whenever you have a lot of varnish like this, the frictions might be bad. But one thing that I've seen is that all the bearings and all the washers and all that gets a little bit somehow protected. Look at all these gunk. And this ball bearing feels okay. I'll inspect it closely. I'll probably just change it. All right, let's remove our governor. Actually, we can just take our snap ring off and I'm using the wrong pliers here. Let me get the right size. All right, let's see here. Right size pliers for the right job. Attaboy. 2 snap rings that hold this bearing. Let's take the snap ring that holds the governor. It is a governor controlled unit. It's very rare that you see this type of units any longer. Unless you have a car like this. You still see a lot of governor controls transmissions, but not as much as you used to be. Yeah. Come here, Pilgrim. There we go. All right. Now we are going to take the governor valve and the little shaft off. You have to be careful not to lose this little snap ring. It's a little, not a snap ring, it's an E-clip. Here's our governor valve. One of them. There's another one there. There's our E-clip. And what I do, I just clip it back on the little shaft so I won't lose either the clip or the valve or the shaft. And now this comes out. There we go. Governor assembly, and here's the other governor valve. Let's remove these 4 bolts. Let's go ahead and flip the transmission over. Now we're going to remove our pan. Let's find those bolts. They're in here somewhere. Look at this. This bolt right here is loose. Let's see. Got one. They're not tight, so the only problem is getting the socket to hold the bolt. Already got my socket stuck on that bolt. There we go. You know what? If I use a 13, I think that'll be better. Those are 1/2 inch. 13 millimeters is a little bit larger. That way it won't get stuck on my socket, the bolt. Well, got some metal in here. Got some friction material. A lot of varnish. It's gotta be a good one. It's gonna be a good one to clean. Yep, it's gonna be a fun one. You can already see the valve body, how dark that thing is. It's like if you apply some varnish to it. Usually varnish will occur if you don't change the fluid often and if the fluid overheats. Another reason for that, it's also when you overfill your transmission with fluid, it foams up and it will varnish up like this as well. Shaft seemed okay. Van anchors, one of them fell down here, just like you would see on your 46 RE. Now, just pry this thing a little bit. Let's just get this thing cracked open a little bit. Yeah, the pump is really stuck in there. I'll get my pick, go around it. This is fun. This is fun. If it wasn't like this, we would have been done already. Flip it over this way. Get this, remove that spring. We'll take that accumulator off here in a minute. Let's go ahead and yeah, it's coming. It's coming. You know what? Let me get my pump puller. All right, just hold on just 1 second there. Hold your horses. All right. She coming. It's got 2 bolt holes that has threads on them. All Chryslers do have this, so. It's coming. Attaboy. All right, get you on over there. Pump gasket, pump washer. Go ahead and disassemble our pump. Breather, don't forget. Actually, you want to mark that position. Just go ahead and scribe an X on there. Always check both surfaces of the pump. Man, this thing looks brand new. On the later model Chrysler, this is actually directional, and here we see that this gear, it could go either way. The later models, they have a step, and this one has a taper on both ends. The taper is to help the converter to go in. So anyways, the way it came out, always scribe an X, because if you don't, if you put one of them backwards, your pump will lock. Or it will feel kind of draggy, kind of heavy when you turn it. All right. This is a rigid band. They don't sell this anymore, but there are some places that can actually reline this band. And this band don't look too bad, but it looks like it's starting to flake out. Chrysler calls this the front clutch drum and the rear clutch drum. This is third and reverse on the clutches on the inside, in second gear where the band breaks the drum, and this is the forward drum. Let's go ahead and take them apart. Have another fiber washer over here in between both drums. Let's remove our forward frictions. They don't look bad for the year or for how old this thing is. This one does take a bushing in there. We're going to inspect to see if the bushing is included in the bushing kit. I already see some problems over here. These old models take a washer in between the forward drum and the output shaft, and I don't see the washer there. I can see that it was rubbing metal to metal here. We're gonna need to get that washer and put one on there. This one don't look too good, but we got the clutches and the steels on the kit. Bushings are also included on the kit, so we're going to replace all the bushings. Now this should come right out now. Come here. All right. Have our sun shell, front planet, and rear planet, and our extra long output shaft. Back then I used to smoke, and we had one of these shafts, and we had a sun shell down here and a sun shell on the top, and we had some sand in here, and we used it as an ashtray. That was back in the days. We had one of those next to the bench. I don't smoke anymore. All right. It looks varnished up. You may think that the planets may be bad because the way it looks. It's actually, man, very little play. I'm gonna see if I can get those. That's the rear planet. Let's go ahead and check our front planet. See, all this is just varnished. They're in good shape. They both are. Most of this stuff is probably not going to come out completely. Low reverse drum, good shape. That's our rear support. You want to check it right where the reverse drum, low reverse drums rides on. You could enlarge the lube hole just a little bit to get more lubrication on it. Getting the band on latched. There we go. The reverse band looks okay. This band is not included on the kit. We can get one though. I suggest putting one. And then we have the low roller. And this is unlike the late models that they already come in the cage. This one, once I take the inner race, it's just going to come apart. You see that? You check the race. It's in pretty good shape. Like I say, I mean, whenever you have varnish like this, most of the parts, the hard parts, are not going to get damaged. I don't know why he does that, but he does. Got some of these little pins are kind of bent a little bit. All right. Now let's take the servos out. And the same thing, it's going to be kind of hard to find the snap rings. That's our reverse band servo. Take this accumulator out. This is an aluminum accumulator. The new ones are plastic. This is aluminum. Take the kick down servo. Let's remove this. There's our snap ring. Get behind it. Attaboy. See, these come in the little baggie. It's a tapered return spring. Here we see the pin, and then we have the apply servo down there. What I do with a black pliers right here. This is what applies your band. It looks very different than the 46REs and the 47s and the 48s, or the later model Torqueflite-8s or Torqueflite-6s. Well, success. Got it tore down. I want to dip this in my bar salt tank and see if I can get some of that dirt loosened up, and I'll probably get some chem dip. And I don't know, man. This thing's just gonna take a lot of cleaning. All right, well, this is part one, the disassembly of this 727 transmission that we're gonna do a rebuild on. And as always, I'm gonna, upload one, and then probably on the following week upload the rebuild or whatever. And usually the rebuild is going to be like 2-3 hours long, or maybe 2 hours, or whatever it's going to be, whatever it's going to take. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the like button, share this video or all my videos or whatever videos that you watch from me in your social networks. And once you get subscribed, you're going to be notified whenever I upload new videos. All right, guys. Well, my name is Hiram. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.